on point. He's killing it, and now he's got a $100 million deal with Amazon to create some sort of competition reality show, which I'm sure will be quite unique, and I'm sure they're going to be giving away an ton of money. Mr. Beast, obviously, he's the biggest creator in the history of YouTube. For a long time, it was PewDiePie. Mr. Beast has far exceeded everything that he's ever done, and mostly he's done it through pretty innovative content. He's gone in and he's always invested everything back into the content on his channel, which is ultimately, he's created some brilliantly viral videos, some videos that have been inspired by other people's content. You know, obviously, I think his most popular video was the Squid Game parody. And then ultimately, the Squid Game series recreated a reality show based off of Mr. Beast's Squid Game parody, which is crazy. So it's like life imitating art and whatever. Anyways, he posts all these viral videos. They're huge. They're doing hundreds of millions of views. And to put that in perspective, these are like views. This is content that is doing more views than the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl is the most popular thing in American culture, right? And the most brilliant thing about Mr. Beast is then he takes this and he posts it to, he translates it, and then he brings it over to other languages. And he's hitting all these other markets. He's a phenomenon. He's brilliant. And people hate him for some reason, by the way, which is amazing. People always are picking and clawing at his charity work and stuff. But he's been primarily over on YouTube his entire career. Well, not primarily, solely, like almost exclusively. But a couple days ago, he posted one of his videos over on X, just as a test to see how well it did. And he posted the results of this. I don't know if you guys saw this, but he posted this the other day. He says, my first video on X made over $250,000. He says, but it's a bit of a facade. Advertisers saw the intention it was getting and bought ads on my video, I think, and thus my revenue per view is probably higher than what you'd expect. And he has receipts right here to go along with it right here, which, makes sense. And a lot of people who are being paid on X have gone in, like Mel, you make money on X, right?
Right. But not nearly that. I make like $150 every 2 weeks. And I had a video that hit 5 million views, but I had the F slur in it. So I'm going to guess that wasn't monetized. Because I didn't get any extra money for that.
Well, I heard the Rumble CEO talking about this yesterday, talking about the differences between X and YouTube and Rumble. And he laid it out really well. Like, X is a discovery platform. People go there to discover new things. They don't go there to watch things. They go there to find things. Where Rumble and YouTube, you go there with a dedicated amount of time. You're looking for a specific content. There is some discovery attached to it, but for the most part, you're there as a destination. Whereas X is a little different. Now, X has a long way to go when it comes to advertising revenue that you see on YouTube versus anything else. But $250,000 as a syndication for a video is pretty spectacular. And yeah, it's certainly inflated, but it appears that Mr. Beast doesn't even want that money, because he has followed up and said that I'm going to give 10 random people that repost this video and follow me $25,000 for fun. The $250,000 from my X video made. I'll pick the winners in 72 hours. And of course, this has popped off as well, and he's generating money from this, which is crazy. I've gone on record and said that if I was chosen for this, I would send all of our mods on an all-expense-paid vacation, which would be really nice. I would not expect that to happen, but this is like very beastie, if that's a
beastie. What a beast!
That's kind of what he does. You know, he takes this money and he's like, well, I don't need it. I don't need this $250,000, this life-changing amount of money. Here you go, everybody. It's crazy. But he's obviously seen tremendous success, which leads us to the real part of the story. And that now Mr. Beast, apparently, we talked about WWE just killing it, locking in a $5 billion deal. Apparently, Mr. Beast is closing in on a $100 million deal for a TV show on Amazon, which, holy crap, the amount of money that is being thrown out by these companies is insane. Number one, just your overall thoughts on this. This will be the largest deal of its kind for streaming. And here's the crazy thing about it: the first show will still be on YouTube.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I think probably so that they can that helps build awareness of it. So they're like,
Yes.
okay, you can watch the first one here, come back to Amazon Prime to watch more.
Yeah, I think that's the whole idea here, and it's all built around driving subscribers. Now, MrBeast, obviously, his audience is a little bit different than ours.
Right.
Our audience is a little older. MrBeast audience is everybody, So he makes his stuff very, very easy for everyone to find. But this new deal with Prime Video is said to be greenlit. It says, this is from an insider. It says, I've learned that Amazon Studios is now closing on a deal for a MrBeast television show. And this television show apparently is like a reality show, like a game show. So I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. So that's kind of where it's at. Just general thoughts on MrBeast.
Well, I think just kind of like what you were saying before is a lot of these streaming services and stuff, they're trying to reach a bunch of younger people, and younger people are watching influencers and things like that more than they're watching your mainstream television. So, I mean, MrBeast has a ton of fans, a ton of younger fans as well, and this is going to help bring them over. So I guess that's the main motivation there.
Sure. Eric, you got any thoughts?
I've never watched a single MrBeast video.
Oh, wow.
Me
I haven't either. I don't think
either.
I've seen a full MrBeast video. I've just seen like when people post little clips on Twitter or something, but that's it.
I don't understand.
I
don't
just see
even
his thumbnails and I'm just like, ugh. Like somebody just said he has the most punchable face. It's like there's just something about his thumbnails. I'm just like, I'm just
He
tired of
reminds
seeing
me
this
of
guy's
like
face.
a gopher or a chipmunk.
And most of his thumbnails are like AI, like
Right.
Well, if you dig
blended,
in,
generated kind of thing.
right, there are a ton of filters on his thumbnails, tons. And I've gone in and I've actually watched some videos from the people who do his thumbnails. They like there's a cottage industry that for people who work just for MrBeast, right? And that they talk about the process of how they make thumbnails, how they figure out a concept for a video, what a title would be. He has people who strategize all of this stuff, and these people then go out and they talk about it, and then they more or less sell their information through classes and stuff. So they have a separate cottage industry outside of working for them. But his thumbnail design process, they go through. They start each video with the thumbnail and then work backwards, which is the craziest thing about it. I follow several people on Twitter who have talked about this process, and where he actually has access to something that not a lot of YouTube creators have, which is the idea of he can post multiple thumbnails for one video, and it's like thumbnail. He can actually see which thumbnail is performing better than others, so he can see the
You got access to
click-through rate.
that.
You have access
Yeah.
to it, do you?
Yeah, we have an option to put 3 different thumbnails. I've done like a couple videos where I put 2 up and it picks the one that's performing well.
Oh, so it picks for you.
Yeah, I think it gets the best click through rate and it picks
wow.
that one. So
That's interesting. That's real interesting. Wow. So I guess you after you hit a certain number of subscribers, you get access to that.
yeah, I'm not sure when they unlocked it. It might be 100,000 or something like that.
Maybe a partner. All right. Well, let's get to that 100K so we can get there as well. I got to figure out our thumbnail situation as well. I'm trying some new things, so let's get on that. But yeah, man, MrBeast, I mean, his branding's on point. He's killing it, and now he's got a $100 million deal with Amazon to create some sort of competition reality show, which I'm sure will be quite unique, and I'm sure they're going to be giving away an ton of money, to say the least. So
It should do better than Rings of Power. It gets more viewers than Rings of
It
Power
will.
Season 2.
I don't know how well it will do, but it'll definitely get more viewers than Rings of Power.